was hesitated if I should record this. Well, not should, but if I am able to record this, because it's a tough one, and I really don't feel like recording. So basically, that's the reason I'm doing this. Uh, so I I shorted from around 43, and overnight I had some positions higher, but only got some small add-on. I didn't get any of the higher ones. And when the session started, the trader I was basically copying, he had overall his average was around here, and he exited half of it with a small profit and half of it later. I don't know if on a small loss or not, but basically he got out with from this trade pretty early in B period, and I was still with a decent loss around there, and I figured that as long as we have this excess in A period, I am quite okay. And when we got higher in C and basically in D, above high volume node, above B and C highs, I exited like half of my position here, and rest was stop loss above ace high. But later on I started looking for some confluences, and here was potential bullish target, so I left my stop loss around 77 or 80, and I've put some add-ons around here. So I'm not even sure how big my loss is. I think it's like my entire month's gains that I've had on my account, which it was really good gains, and I really messed up with this account because it's more to it that I don't feel like discussing now. But now I've got this stop loss here, and if we get higher, I'm not touching my trading account today. So we are squeezing the shorts, but now there are some different stuff that is outstanding, that is worth noticing. For example, I have here for delta. It was trending lower entire day, and now it came higher, but it's around zero, and early on at this high we had pretty much similar delta, so it's slightly diverging. And here on another chart I have here I can see that here and at the high are longs getting trapped. Well, those longs aren't getting trapped, but those shorts are fuel to this squeeze, and maybe some of part of those shorts, but those shorts are now positive, so this is only that part that is getting trapped. Anyway, today I wasn't even looking at the market profile, to be honest. I watched it, and when we were in B and C, and after D period got here, I just stopped watching the charts because I got so obsessed, and I think it's a climax in the short squeeze, but this should be an option play, not a outright futures, because I have so much trouble with picking the right entry, and against the trend it's just plainly stupid. I'm not sure when I will learn this, and it's basically just after I had this really nice period of winning, and I started to feel confident with my trading, and then I like make 10 steps backward, both in capital wise and in approach to trading, because this was nothing to do with my process. It's just plainly awful trade. I don't know how to combat this, or how to appreciate this and move on, or to incorporate this in my strategy. One thing that is really interesting I've heard yesterday was what needs as a person aren't I getting in my life, and because I will be trying to get it from the market. So this is the thought I will be with for a while, and I'll try to figure out what's going on here. Maybe I'll get some answers that can guide me going forward. And there's one more thing that I've wanted to point out. Well, here when we had this blow off top, we had maybe not that similar, but yeah, similar pattern when we ended near the highs of the day, then overnight gapped higher, and the day was first balancing, and later on we had this big up move, and that was the blow off top we had early in September. So they seem to be somewhat similar for now, but we are breaking outside of this balance from most of the September, so there are a lot of shorts to be squeezed from it. It seems similar, but it may be just the beginning, to be honest. One thing that is that caught me off guard was that we didn't correct inventory like from those lows, so it's like 140 points. It's not that much, but it's a lot. It's like 3 or 4 normal ranges, so it's getting a little bit extended, and I really like I'd like in the future to be able to objectively look at what's happening, maybe get in my own head to know what other traders are thinking, because some of the people here are getting squeezed of their position like I am, so they might be doubling down on their losses. They might be exiting. They might be doing some other stuff, and since it is Friday, I should be really cautious and really careful with what I do, and this is really disappointing. Really, not one step backward, but I'd say 10 steps backward. And it's really not that much apart from my other mistake, really similar, and I'm not learning on my own mistakes, so that makes me in Einstein's words an idiot, because I keep doing the same, and I am hoping for a different result. So yeah, let's leave it with that thought.